Yo, what is good, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Renegade Roundtable podcast. Here, I am Jeffrey Kirby. As always, each and every week, we are joined by Jared. Jared, how in the hell are you?
Another day, another dollar, another waiting for this season to be over. Holiday
you
season.
wait for the season to be over. Wait, hold on.
Holiday season.
Okay, we're back.
Not the NFL season.
I was about to say, watch your mouth, sir. This right now, what we're getting to experience with this team, although we lost, we'll get to that, has been still very fun to watch. I was about to get on your ass. Pause, no diddy, but you know. But yeah, obviously, this week was not the way that we were hoping it would go down. However, what have we been preaching?
Yep.
If you could go 2-1 down these next three games, let this be the game that you lose.
Yep.
You lost.
Yep.
All it hurts you is in the win-loss column. Does it help that Baltimore won? Also helps that they had to play a cupcake.
Yep.
So does it help there? They were able to get the win. Cincinnati got the win too, but they're kind of
they have to win it out.
They're not in the mix for the division.
Nope.
So and then Cleveland, they're irrelevant.
But it's a tough game this weekend. It's for the division this weekend. This is for all the marbles for at least the top 4 seed.
Oh
right now. So I'm sure we'll get into that, but I would love to talk about this game this past Sunday.
I was gonna say, the way that you were texting me a little bit earlier in the week, it seems like you have a lot you want to get off your chest. So I'm just gonna let you have the floor, sir.
Have the floor. Well, the game came out the way that I expect. The Steelers started out very slow first half. Defense, very good first half. I think, they had 2 turnovers in the first half, and we got 3 points out of it, which is inexcusable. You could say about those flags in the end zone, yeah, it should have been called on the Eagles player. Yes, it should have. I was very upset. It's only the Steelers, only happens to us is what it seems like, every week. But we lost by 2 touchdowns in the end. The Eagles defense was really good. They were batting balls down way more consistent than I thought it would. I think they batted at least 4 or 5 during the game. And the time of possession, we only had 2 possessions in the second half, if I'm correct, which is not good. And we were, after the touchdown with Pat Freiermuth in the end zone, you're thinking, okay, we're only down 7. Eagles came back and score. We have a good drive going on. And unfortunately, 9 out of 10 times, Najee, gets the ball, with the toss, and he fumbles it. He just took his eye off the ball the last second before securing it. And that was the last time you see the Steelers on the field. I was watching it with, shout out to Papa, Sanchez, my pops. He was watching it with me. He said the same thing. That drive was a killer. That just killed the whole, I guess, vibe and mood for the whole team. Defense tried to stop them, but they just couldn't get off the field on 3rd down. They just could not get off the field. At least we could contain Saquon Barkley. I would say Saquon didn't really have an impact to the game. Like, he had a couple, like they said, 10-yard rushes, but other than that, we contained Saquon. It's just those crucial downs that we need to get out of it. We just couldn't get out of it. But Steeler fans are they were a little upset, with this loss is what I was getting to, It's a loss. It is what it is. It's, not a pretty game. The officiating was not pretty at all. Definitely not. And thank goodness TJ Watt is okay. He will be playing Saturday off the injury, and what everyone saw that injury on the ground. I was like, everyone was in a prayer circle.
Remember the game when we were at the Lions game a few years ago when TJ went down? That you could have heard a pen drop.
But yeah, luckily he's good to go, which is huge. No Pickens again this week, unfortunately. Looks like no Deshaun Elliott, no Justin Fields this week is just a Kyle Allen will be the backup. But you gotta go out and play your style of football even without Pickens and without those players. It's a big game. This is for the division on Saturday at 4:30
on Fox. First time a Steeler-Raven game has been broadcasted on Fox.
Oh wow! And then Tom Brady, I think, will be on the call again for us this week. So it's a huge game, and I'm sure we'll see a lot on the Hard Knocks next Tuesday, whatever happens to this game. So we'll see what happens. Hard Knocks has been pretty good the past first couple episodes. I enjoyed it, even though with the loss, I like the way how they told the story, how it was going. Pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. Real quick, you were talking about the possessions in the second half. Mm-hmm. Fun fact: the plays, Philadelphia, 47 plays ran the second half. The Pittsburgh Steelers, 11.
Oh my gosh.
47-11. 13 play drive, 21 play drive.
Not good.
Yeah, it's not that was so ugly. The fact that
the frustrating part is that the first half is what I'm really more frustrated than anything. You get 2 turnovers, get 3 points out of it. Yes. I was thinking, you could easily get a touchdown and a field goal, worst case, or 2 field goals, worst case scenario. Let's just say 6 points. Even though it doesn't matter, we still lost by 14. I think that's just the killer. We got it in the red zone too, with those turnovers. It just couldn't convert. Well, the flag was what set it off, which I don't know what these referees see half the time. I don't know.
Here's real quick about that, and I'm gonna try my best not to just harp on we lost just because of that, whatever, blah blah blah. Because fans are there are fans that are really trying to do that. I'm sorry that happened in the first half. You had a whole other ball game that you could have done something with, and you didn't.
Yep.
My issue with this was the fact that New York had a chance to go up and overturn that, or say, hey, yes, there were punches being thrown. Should have been offsetting penalties. Go whatever, blah blah blah.
Second down,
and clearly the fact that there was a video out there, clear as day, showing that Darius Slay is out here. Which, by the way, Darius Slay against Darnell Washington.
I don't know why who wants to mess with Darnell.
That's the definition of Rey Mysterio versus the Great Khali.
Yeah,
but that was stupid in itself. But like you said, you get 2 turnovers back to back, and the 3 that's so frustrating because you get the fumble recovery, get a 3 and out.
Yep.
You get another possession, 4 plays in the field goal. What? Is this George Pickens not playing? We understood how important he was.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Yep.
If you're George Pickens' agent, this is giving you all
reason, the money.
All to say, you don't want to pay this guy, but you saw what happened when George Pickens didn't play.
Yeah.
You saw what happened. This has been an abomination. That was an abomination of an attempt. And this goes to Omar Khan. This goes to Mike Tomlin. Yep. The fact that they thought that this group of guys outside of George Pickens was going to be anywhere good enough to compete down the stretch. I'm sorry. Yes, you go out and get Mike Williams. Mike Williams was never going to be an absolute needle mover.
Nope. It was just we were just happy we got somebody.
And this doesn't go just to the trade deadline. This
Nope.
goes back to free agency as well.
Yep.
Trying to do something. Does it help that Roman Wilson has been on a milk cart? We haven't seen him yet.
Nope. It doesn't help at all as well. But you play
He's
with
having
who
the
you have.
same exact thing that happened with Calvin Austin his rookie year. Never got to see him.
No.
But it's very frustrating. And now with George Pickens being out again, with the division on the line.
Yep.
Now, I'm cool. I'm understanding it, and I'm okay with the fact of George Pickens, not playing this week because hamstring are a bitch. They are very tricky.
Yep.
And so in that aspect, I don't blame. Like, I'm okay. Like, I can live with that.
Mm-hmm.
It just sucks that you have to go out there and rely on Van Jefferson, Scotty Miller.
It's mostly Pat Fryermuth, to be honest with you.
And now, when he's a clear-cut first target, or should be the first target.
He is. He's clearly.
I hate to be that guy, but he's no Travis Kelce here.
No, he has some good. He has some catches.
He did. Got the touchdown. Got a touchdown.
Got touchdown. Calvin Austin got one good catch from Russ.
On the flea flicker.
Flea flicker, very nice. Which I was a little surprised to see. You don't see that very often.
One other thing that needs to be discussed right here, right now.
Ooh, I know where we're going.
I am begging Arthur Smith, please, for the love of God, for the love of mankind, for the love of Steeler Nation, for the love of football, for the love of Vince Lombardi, for the love of God knows anyone you want to think of football and imaginable. Mm-hmm. Please stop running halfback goddamn toss. The halfback toss is the Arthur Smith version of the jet sweep.
Yep.
At least the jet sweep somewhat used to work. It seems like our luck with the halfback toss is the same luck that I have sliding into someone in some girl's DMs.
Oh my God. That was bad.
Yes.
The only team I don't really see a lot of people do the halfback toss. No one really does the halfback toss like that anymore. But if you're gonna do it, I love Jalen Warren getting the halfback toss. No issue with it. Najee's fine. I like Warren's more,
No, and I don't want Najee Harris to get a halfback toss because he's better getting him up and down.
Yep.
North and south.
I like Jalen Warren's, speed. He hits it once he gets the halfback toss. That's the only thing I like. Only thing from the halfback toss. Other than that, I don't want to see it. I really don't want to see it. Just hand the ball off to Najee Harris. Just give it to him.
Here's the other discussion that needs to be had with Najee Harris.
Oh, boy.
Now, I'm not going to sit here and just start ripping the dude because he had a fumble. Yep. The dude rarely fumbles. Yep. I'm not going to sit here and do that.
That was.
I'm not going to stop being a fan of Najee Harris.
Yep.
Because of one fumble.
Yep.
I'm not doing that. However, where we can have the discussion about Najee Harris is I feel like when it comes to Najee, he'll have himself one or two really good games, and then we're discussing the whole, this is why we should have got the 5th-year option on him, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
And then you go out, and then you'll go and have a couple pedestrian games.
Yep.
And you're like, okay, like there's inconsistencies with this.
Yep.
Now, I understand that Philadelphia's run defense is very good.
Yep,
you're going up against another very good run defense this week.
Yep, another top 10. Yep, I'm pretty sure they're both top 10.
Well, I know for a fact off the top of my head, Philly was 8th.
Yep.
Baltimore actually might be number 1? Question mark. Let me confirm that real quick.
Oh, by the way, with Najee's fumble, it was 229 rush attempts. That was the last time I think he fumbled the ball. I think, from what I heard. So it's not, like you said, he does not fumble the ball a lot.
I was correct. Baltimore is the best run defense in the NFL.
Yep.
And then, what's ironic? You just went up against number 8, then you're going up against number 1, and then you go up against number 3
with the Chiefs
on Christmas Day. So it's it's gonna be tough.
Yep.
I wanted to see. So Najee in the first Baltimore game was 18 carries, 63 yards, only 3.5 yards per carry. Jaylen Warren had 9 carries, 41 yards, 4.6 yards per carry.
Well, so they did, not good, not bad. Like you said, pedestrian type of game.
Yeah, it's there's that discussion that can be had about, okay, Najee Harris, he's a good back. Has he eclipsed already 1,000 yards, or is he?
Yes, I think he did. Pretty confidently he did.
He's at 891 actually.
Oh damn!
So he's very close. He's 100 some yards away from. So he'll more than likely, yes, he's going to get to 1,000 yards again, which is great. You like to see that. He's 14th in the NFL, 7th in carries, 3.9 yards per carry. You also have Jaylen Warren who's going to be a free agent this year.
Restricted. He'll be
a restricted free agent. Yes.
We'll see. I don't know. It's the same thing. Like I'm like with you right now. It's a game by game basis with Najee Harris right now. He's playing for his contract, and with that fumble, it's gonna come back thinking. It's the most recent off your head right now. It was the biggest game of the season. You were driving down the field. We were on, the red zone, basically.
Yeah,
it is what it is. But
I'm at the point of I don't know what to do with Najee Harris. And like I said, when we get, I want to get off of that because I don't want to seem like I'm harping on the dude because that's not where I wanted to go.
No.
With that.
Now I want to address one other issue that happened on Sunday.
Well, first off, seems like we have a comment here.
Oh boy.
Dan Moore will be wearing a Walmart vest next year saying welcome to Walmart.
He does not like Dan Moore. Every time he sees him on, he does something wrong or just sees him.
So, hey, Steve, it might be bad news to say that I shipped you over a Dan Moore jersey for Christmas.
But
I might get you another one, and it's just going to be customized, and it'll say Moore's biggest fan.
No, that's crazy.
Or Moore's number 1 fan.
But the other thing is the tackling was terrible. It was awful.
Yes.
It was awful. Like that, and very bad against there were so many chances that we could have gotten behind the line of scrimmage or stopped them before the first down. It's just that's another issue. Hopefully they fix that on Saturday because you cannot do that against this Ravens team. Definitely
Can't do it against Lamar.
Nope.
Can't do it against Derrick Henry.
Nope.
Looks like Rashad Bateman's going to be out. Or I saw it was like people were saying he's questionable. Some people are saying he's out. I don't know. He's in a walking boot 48 hours before the game. That's not a good sign. Nope. I would assume that's not a good sign.
No.
So you got to tackle better. Got to tackle better. We need to see. I'm hoping that this game. I got a feeling. Mm-hmm. I got a gut feeling.
Oh boy.
I got a big gut.
Yes.
And that's what I was supposed to agree with that. I'm kidding. Remember that Baltimore game in 22?
Yep.
Very close. Couldn't get much going. But you get one drive at the end of the game, and that's all you need. Got a feeling that's what's going to happen.
Yep.
Not saying that. I mean, it's good that we win.
Yep.
Not what I want, though.
Yeah,
I want to go out there and see this offense have another good game and make some progress and go and get some scores.
Yep.
And I want to see that.
I want that Cincinnati game, but less touchdowns for Cincinnati, like against Baltimore. That's what I want.
Well, I'm also I get this game that doesn't happen.
I know it doesn't happen.
That's like saying I'm going to go on a diet and stick to it.
Yeah. So, with your wondering, Rashad Bateman is questionable.
Okay.
Right now. So, the other questionable is Nelson Aguilar with the concussion. Their guard, Daniel Falele, knee is questionable. No Deontay Johnson, he's out.
Yeah, well, we knew that was coming.
Yeah, we knew that. Odafe always questionable as well. And then their corner, Jalen Amar Davis, is out.
Okay.
So,
I think all those guys need to take a week off.
Well, as of right now, Deshaun Elliott's doubtful, which that means he's probably not going to play.
Yeah, it's very, very rare that you see someone, when they're listed as doubtful, actually go out and play.
Yeah, he has a hammy too, so I'm surprised they put him as doubtful. I was like, I guess he really wants to play. I get it. Dante Jackson's questionable. Larry O is questionable. Dante Jackson just needs to stay healthy. It's always something with him every week.
It's funny that you see some of these stats about him.
Yep.
But it's like from the eye test, it looks like he's burnt toast all the damn time.
Yep. He got shaken out his boots against Saquon.
Oof.
I was like, he open field tackle. He's right there. And he just did a little this. And you went to the right.
Oh, shh.
Like, oh my goodness.
It could have been the Drewski meme of him running routes out there. That could have really shook him.
Yeah, like, oh my goodness. You're gonna tell where he was going? Because he got the sideline covered. You know he's gonna go to his left.
I just.
But anyways, it is a tough game. It's for the division. We win the division. If we lose, I think we still have the division for now. I think I have to look at it again based on percentages, because it goes by conference next, if I'm mistaken, right? Or is it division wins? Division wins then conference.
No. Apparently, so I learned about this. It was based on record on common opponents.
Based on record, so in the conference, or common opponents. Interesting.
Which, by the way, we have, because they lost to the Raiders early on in the year, and we won.
Yep.
And by the way, I'm glad I randomly checked, because we're live streaming on 3 different platforms, and I checked one of them and realized none of their comments was popping up on our side, but I saw that my boy Hunter. I see that Michael Bruley is not playing this Saturday.
Jesus.
But yeah, it's this Saturday is probably the biggest Baltimore-Pittsburgh game that we have seen since that, 2016 game?
Yeah, I think so.
When the AB barely gets it over the line.
Oh yeah, that was a Christmas game, right? I think it was pretty much, yeah. We'll see what happens. Like I said, it's going to be very tough. But we also have another game on Wednesday on Christmas to follow after that. So it's a little short turnaround. I don't know if maybe we might be able to record before then. I don't know.
Maybe potentially.
Christmas Eve, I'm busy. I know that for sure.
You said you are?
Yes, I am.
I don't know what I'm doing. I know both of us are in the delivery industry, so right now that's
yeah. If you know the delivery industry, it's that time of the year. It's still bad.
Yeah. All right, here we got a comment here from TJ. Here it says, "Should the Steelers not play Pickens the rest of the season? Save him for the playoffs so you don't risk re-injury." I say you have to base it on how he's feeling. I think it would be not, because here's the thing. The hamstring injuries are, like we said, they're very tricky. We're starting to see him do some stuff on the side.
Yep.
He's not going to play this week. Who's to say that, he could potentially go out there? Like, who's to say that they're not saving him this week so then he could be out there on Wednesday for the Christmas game against Kansas City?
Yeah.
Now, go ahead.
That's what I was thinking, basically. Because, you saw him working on the sidelines, individual work at least. He looks good. He's getting back into, moving that hammy around, whatever which hamstring was it. Then it was hurting him when he was doing some drill work. So
I would say I would not sit him the rest of the year. If he's good to go, he's good to go. And also, let's not say that game against Cincinnati in a couple weeks, the final game of the year, if we're locked into our spot, if we're locked into whatever seed we are,
then
that you're going to probably rest a lot of the guys anyway, because if you can't move in or out of that spot, there's no unless you wanted to play a couple, just to get them a little bit so they're not completely rusty. However, when I say that, there's one thing that gets stuck in my head, and I get this is from a billion years ago, but this gets stuck in my head, and I don't know how many Steeler fans remember this. I'm going into my bag a little bit on this. 2008, the final game of the year. Steelers were playing the Browns in Pittsburgh. Ben was out there. They were locked into their seats. You couldn't move up or down. They played Ben. Ben gets hurt. Ben gets taken off on a stretcher because of a head injury. Now they had, I believe it was the 1 or 2 seed. I don't remember. It was one of the one. Now it's back when the top 2 got a bye. So you had a bye coming up. And they played him, and there was the talk that he may have not been able to play in that divisional game because of a concussion or whatever, or neck injury, whatever it was. Ever since then, I understand that there's a stigma of you can't live in your fears. However, it's not, in certain situations, it's not living in your fears. It's living in being safe. Realizing that there's no reason to go out there and risk your players' injury, especially like quarterback, whatever it is. Go out there and risk them getting hurt and messing up your playoffs for the rest of the year. For that. That's where I'm at on this. So, and this goes all the way back to the original discussion. If that's the case, George Pickens probably is not going to play in that game just because you're going to rest him because you're going to get him ready for the playoff game. For the wild card game. Whoever it is, might be Baltimore again, might be the Chargers again, could be the Broncos maybe. We'll see. They play here shortly, so we'll see. It's going to be let's lock up the top 4 and we'll see what happens first. See who will potentially play. Right. It could be the other direction. I don't want it to be the other way, but it's one game at a time. And like I said, we got Patrick Mahomes Wednesday, a couple of days right after that, and he's a little hobbled right now as well, which is seems to have it, but he's still gonna he plays no matter what, pretty much. And he's gonna go out there and work. It's gonna be a tough game. That's gonna be a tough game for them because they're playing. Who is it? Houston.
Houston's playing at Kansas City.
Yes, Houston's playing at Kansas City. That's gonna be an interesting game
because
Saturday overall is just gonna be fun.
Because the Chiefs O-line is struggling a little bit as of recently. And Houston has some good pass rushers on their side, so they will. We'll see what happens, but
now
it's gonna be a good game.
One thing that I do have to say about Kansas City, real quick.
Oh boy.
Taylor Swift will do just about anything for the love of Travis Kelce. But the one thing that she wouldn't do is go to Cleveland.
Yeah.
I don't blame her. Now, will T Swift be in Pittsburgh? That's to be determined.
To be determined. Oh, it's Christmas. Come on. It's Christmas.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
1 o'clock on Netflix Wednesday. It's another game. A couple days.
I got to make sure to buy a month of Netflix because, good Lord, I'm one of those people. I don't have Netflix.
Oh, my gosh. Just for that game. Oh, it's so bad.
And you can't even password share anymore because they charge you for that.
Yeah, that's very true.
God, I hate you, Netflix.
So
God, I hate you. But other than that, the Saturday's gonna be
Saturday 4:30.
It's gonna be a war.
I'm gonna be busting my ass to get out of work and watch this game. That's what I'll be doing.
Yeah, I got to work the morning at my one job. I told my second job, I was like, don't expect me there. I have a date with the Steelers Ravens at 4:30, and I have a date with Ohio State Tennessee at 8:00.
Oh, big playoff starts this weekend, huh?
It does. How's your college football team doing?
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing, to be honest. But shout out Tennessee, Global Volunteers, beat the Ohio State. Hey, the quarterback's good. Don't sleep on him.
So I guess we need to break the news now that this will be Jared's last show.
Crazy.
No, but yeah, well, let's be honest here. There's a slight part of me that's hoping that Ohio State loses, so then Brian Day gets canned. But other than that,
I know why.
Other than that, unless there's anything else that you want to get off your chest, I think that might be it for this week. I do want to say thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Hope you guys do enjoy. If you guys do, smash the like button, hit the red subscribe button, drop your comments. Make sure to go enjoy this weekend. We have a comment here. TJ says Soar loser Ohio State. OH, baby. Let's go. But until then, hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe. Have fun. And until then, peace out.
Peace out.